But the problem is, read and write diagram are way too big. Like those are way too complex topics. It would take time. So I would do it a little later, like in shots or something. I would break it down a little. So, but I can do the introduction or differences between them now. So we are gonna do that now. So let's go for it. So let's write the topic. Like microprocessor, I had started it earlier, but the problem is, by the way, on shots also there is its architecture, microprocessor 8086 architecture. So the problem is, I had started it earlier, but I couldn't get the time because I had to cover mathematics much more focused. So I did that part. So I couldn't focus much on microprocessors. But yeah, let's go for it now. So yeah, let's go for minimum mode. Minimum mode is denoted by minimum mode is then mn/mx bar. And as you know, like mx bar, like this is the pin that denotes it, right? And bar means when it's zero, it is turned on. Like this is like opposite stuff. This bar indicates it is opposite. Like in zero or ground state, right? It would be turned on. And when mx bar, wait a second, why I'm writing that again? But if it is 1 instead of 0, like it is joined by VCC or voltage, then it is off. Like voltage is given, then it's off, right? So that's why, since we have made it inverse and these two are opposite stuff, so that's why we can combine it in one pin. Like if it is on, then it is mn, like minimum, and mx is for maximum, denoting it maximum, right? So what does minimum mode means? It functions as a single processor. Functions as a single processor. Like there is no co-processor. Okay. Like there are no multiple processors. So multiple processors are unconnected. Yeah. Yo, what's up? Three people in the stream, bro. Let's go. Welcome to the stream, bro. Come on, bro. Come on to the chat section, bro. We can gab and interact, bro. What's up? Welcome to the stream. By the way, there are other lectures on shots, and mostly I would give these lectures on shots. So this is just the minimum mode and maximum mode interaction. So I'm doing it here. Yo, hey, people in the stream, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up? What's up? So yeah, the second point is, first point is, it functions as a single processor. Like minimum processor should be there. You have to understand like that, right? Minimum. So minimum means one processor is only there. Like one processor is enough. Then if there is only one processor, so there is no like bifurcation, like division of labor is not there. Only one processor is there, then it has to do all the work. Like it can't divide the work between folks. It doesn't have any other processor to divide the work, to like divide and lighten up the work by dividing into specialities. It can't do that. It can't afford that. So that's the problem. So it handles all the bus and control signals. Control signals. Like, yeah, what's up, people in the stream, bro? Let's go. Like m/io bar and other stuff, yeah. You get there, right? Like, for example, m/io bar, like memory bars and all this stuff. So, yeah. Uh, Now after that, there is a minimum mode. So it is kind of simple, cost effective, cost effective. Since it is one processor, so there is no connections involved. Like there's no complexity involved to make connections and make it work. It is comparatively easy than using co-processors. So let you get there, right? So yeah, let's go. So simple, cost effective, and yeah, less complex. Like yeah, less complex, and only used for smaller systems. used in smaller systems. Obviously, if it is a bigger system, there should be specialized processors to do specialized stuff. Like, you know, like they should be better at their work. Like every work should be divided because there will be way too much work in big, huge, larger systems. That's the problem, you know. Used in smaller systems. Used in smaller systems. Systems. Now we're going for maximum mode, okay? Maximum mode. So what happens here is your wait a second, I forgot right there, right. So mn bar mx bar slash bar is at 0, or it is at it is minimum mode, right? Yes, so it is no, it is at 1. Sorry, I am really sorry for that. Or it is connected to VCC or voltage. Your voltage is given to this pin. So it is minimum mode because Mn is not without the bar and Mx is with bar. So when it is turned on, it is actually turned off because maximum has a bar. And bar means opposite. Yo, 16 people in the stream and they left. Yo, have a nice day. Whoever left. Thanks for coming. Appreciate a visit. Thanks. See ya. So, yo, 11 people in the stream, 10 people in the stream, what's up? Come on, the chat section, bro. We're gonna happen in drag for real, man. So, maximum mode, what happens in it is, uh, yeah, so mn slash mx bar. Come on, bro. So, mn slash mx bar becomes 0. You can ask anything like anything related to this if you have any doubt or something. So, yeah, this is connected to ground. So when the voltage is not given, it is actually Mn is normal. So obviously it is turned off. So opposite of minimum is maximum. You can remember either by that or maximum Mx is has bar. So bar means opposite. So since it is turned off, maximum is turned off. Since there is opposite, so opposite means maximum is turned on. So it would be in maximum mode. So what happens is here is it functions in multiple or coprocessor systems or environment, whatever you can say. Like you can give example like 8087. What was it? It is an yeah math coprocessor. Like it does all the calculations and all. Math coprocessor helps in you know calculation operations, and 8089 IO processor for IO modes. 8089 IO processor. You can understand that, right? So there is no space to write this thing in this line. So 8087 math coprocessor and 8089 IO processor. Second part is it gives up its control signals to release status signals. You might ask that why, bro? Like why? But the problem is here he was lonely. He was alone. Like he has to handle everything, every command. So memory command or input, output, calculations. Every command only this processor can give. But now there are multiple processors. So now this processor, our main 8086 processor, doesn't need to do all that because there are people like math coprocessor, IO processor to handle their specific part. So now what it should do is to maintain the consistency, it has to just update the status, like how's the like workflow going, like what checkpoint have they reached, so that others can follow it and they can work in synchronization, other coprocessors. So that's the important part. So that's why it doesn't hold all the like control signal work, like responsibilities. Instead, it just makes status signals because it has to update the status to communicate with other processes. Okay, so next point is it gives up its control signals to release status signals, and yeah, so there is external. Hello, there is one person in the stream. What's up? Come on, bro. If you have any doubts, come on in the chat section. You can ask, bro. Okay, he left. Thanks for coming. Appreciate a visit. Have a nice day. So there is external, bus 80. Sorry, wait a second. 8, 80 to 58, I think something. Wait a second. I'm not properly I don't properly remember it. Like it is 80 to 58 or 85 88. I don't know. 85 88, I guess. Wait a second. 85 88. So what happens here is, since like bus and control signals are given up, so there should be someone who is like, the control signals are obviously done by other coprocessors, but there should be someone controlling the bus, like which coprocessor is working, like whose workflow is like time is now. So that routine or that itinerary is prepared by, like that, workflow or assignment of work is handled by an external chip, which is 85 88 or 80 to 58, I don't remember exactly. But that bus controller chip releases all the bus and control signals and handles them. Mostly bus signals, I don't think so control signals. So let's eliminate that from the thing, like our board. So releases all bus signals and handles them. So I have to actually, like your topic is like finished right now, like it is over. Yo, what's up? Two people in the stream. Welcome to the chat section. Like, welcome to the stream, and also welcome to the chat section. If you have any question about the stuff, by the way, I have to recheck. Like, if I have, recheck from the notes if I have explained things correctly, so that you don't end up remembering all wrong things, right? So that's why I have to recheck it. Mm, let me just check for a quick second. It might take a little time. I'm really sorry for taking up your time. So that's the thing. So what I have to see, like, what is the thing, like is it correct or not that I have said, so that like my explanation doesn't go useless, because like explaining not explaining is better than explaining wrong things, because if I explain you wrong things, then that would be actually bad instead of good. So I have to also correct myself if I am wrong. So let me check out a little, and it's taking a little time. I have to rummage through my notes. So sorry for that. I'm really sorry. I apologize. It is taking a slight time because I have to find this where I have like where I have this particular topic notes. So wait a second, kind of. Okay, I'm really sorry. Yeah, I got it. So first point is it acts as a single processor. By the way, I have to clarify. This is about 8086. Okay, microprocessor 8086. Like there are other processors also that you would study. At least not processors. If not processors, at least you would study other chips. So you might get confused because like they also are mostly you just remember numbers in microprocessor. So like it is my habit. I don't know like if it is normal, but I mostly try to remember these numbers because bro, like How can we even remember, like, someone is bus chip and someone is like coprocessor, someone is data management controller or DMA controller or something. Like, who's gonna remember that? So it is simpler to remember numbers. So I don't know, like, however you like, you just remember it, okay? So let me check out. So it functions as a single processor. 8086 functions as a single processor. Yes, correct. It handles all the bus and control signals. Uh, yeah, it handles all the signals and also generates them. Yeah, I've missed that word. I'm really sorry for that. Um Also generates. Also, yo, Thomas Hughes Y3K said, "Hi, what's up, brother? Hi, really nice to see you, bro. Like, do you have any doubts or something, and you want to ask something? And by the way, how's your day? Like, was your day fun? Like, how's your day? If you can express, if you want to express, so that would be great. Like, if we are interacting, also generate them, okay? Also generate them. Obviously, if they would like, there is only one, microprocessor, so it would generate and handle them, the signals. There are no one else to handle it. You know, it is a lone processor, so but it is cost effective. So that's the bigger part. So yeah, so I gave only one example, m/io bar, which is memory or input output bar. Wait a second, focus is gone, cameras, right? Cameras focus is gone. Wait a second, hello, why the focus is really cooked of this camera? Yes, it is back. So there are multiple, like, see, the one I told you, m/io bar, other is read bar, RD bar.